wewe gari tena unatoka.
Hey guys, it's Onene here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I've released a video because there have been things to do. I've had exams. I've just had the time of my life. So today I've come back to y'all with a story time. And this story, by the way, I need to get comfortable. Just get comfortable. Oh my god. So this story is a story of my driving school exam experience. So I went to driving school around January, like after you come out of Form 4, you're excited, you go do, I'd already signed up for my ID. Wow, that do the I'd already signed up for my ID when I came out of Form 4. So I just went to pick it afterwards. So in January I wanted to do driving, so I went to a driving school near where I stay. Driving was fine, it wasn't that hard. Kiasi the exam comes. I think the exam is usually on Wednesday, most likely, if I remember correctly. So my exam was around, let's say beginning of February. Yeah. So I remember I was told, go there at 8 a.m. I was like, where? There's this place in town called Wings something. So I had to go to town, to a place I don't know, to a name I've not heard of. And at that time when I came out of Form 4, I was so daft about places. Kwanza town, you telling me to go where in town? I only knew Anniversary Towers, Alliance, UN, Archives, and Odeon. Those are the only places I knew in town. And then I was being told to go opposite fire station, this place called Wings, go there at 8 a.m. So what do I do the next day? Me out here, I'm ready. I've read my readings for driving school, theory, practicals, I'm set. I'm just like, whew, your Lord will help me in that exam, whatever. So I was told to go there at 8. My exam is at 8 as I was told. So in real sense, I got there by like 7:30. 8 teachers were still there at like 15 people, I think. We're about 15. We're there, we're waiting, nothing. Kiasi, there was some revision going on, our names were called, we go outside, we enter some car together, like some buses, and then we head to where? Industrial area. Imagine no one prepared me for that. No one prepared me for industrial area and for the conditions that I would be in that area. So if you're going to do your exam, let me tell you a few things. 1, carry food. 2, carry water. Like a snack, just carry a snack, something you can bite on, and carry water. Eat a nice breakfast that day. Don't go there hungry, don't go there thirsty, or looking for, oh, you're going to reach there and buy. No, honey, no. So I get there, we waited for, I swear, 1.5 hours. Okay, I might be exaggerating, I don't remember, but it was long. It was a really long time. And then we're like, what's happening? Kiasi we enter this place, is a line to enter, I think, the theory place. Yeah, so there's a line out. By the way, okay, fast forward, fast reverse. Let's go back a bit. So we enter this place where we're all together. It's like a hall. We wait there so that they can like confirm your details, you know, that your school is there, your name is there, or you're enjoying. After that, we got out. We got like a line outside the place where you're supposed to do your theory. Hacha. So we're there. You can see inside. There's like an open glass, so you can see inside to the people doing their theories. So there's a board, and they're like instructors on a table, different instructors. So you're just seeing people are being called. Someone gets out, calls someone, the person enters, they go to one of the tables. The instructor is just like pointing at the board. You say, which side is this? Then there's the, what was it called? That one where you drive cars. And imagine that was a question I was asked, what's the name of this thing? Model Town Board, I think as it's called. If it's called that, I don't know. Yeah. So from outside, there was this one instructor. I don't know, he's sitting at the middle. He was a dark guy, tall. I don't know his name. Of course, I don't know his name. So we can all see that this one, you're entering, he's not smiling at no one. He doesn't care about you, what you're doing, where you're from, where you here even, where you're wasting his time. Doesn't give a damn. He's like, I don't know. I don't wanna know, and I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. It reaches my turn. Yeah, I'm scared. My feet are cold. My hands are cold. As in me, I'm scared. I don't know when it's going to happen. Do I know all the signs? I'm not really sure. Do I know how to drive the car on that thing? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, love. So I enter. Someone calls me, enter. Guess who I go to? That same guy. That's the guy who called me. He had like, because they're all given like your papers that have your name, and his one had mine. The second my eyes met his, I knew it was over. I knew. I was like, Lord, my whole life, you have led me. You have put me into this path of success. And then you put me here. You put this one. Okay, I was like, you know what? Okay. At that time, I had no content in my head. I saw him. Content evaporated. Everything evaporated. I had nothing. So, what happens is next, this guy, I kid you not, I was like, good morning. He was like, morning. He didn't look up. He was at his phone. The whole time, he did not look up. Like, after he saw me, he put his head down and he was like this. So when I said morning, he was just like, morning. And then he was like, he took like a stick. Okay, not a stick. Like something to point at the board. And then he was like, Innocent gun. And I said the sign. The next one, I said the sign. Is like, okay. I asked like 2, maybe 3 signs. And then he went to the board. He put the car somewhere and said, drive this here. So what I do, I just drive it. I reach, like, he didn't know. I swear, the whole time I was driving it there, he was like this. Here's the board. I'm here driving, tensed, thinking, trying to remember things on the way, and he's just like, he wasn't looking at me driving the car. I don't even know if he knows what I did, but I know he was like, okay, at the end of the day. Yes, so I'm done with that. He asks me a question. It has something to do with like accidents. Like, I think the causes of accidents in Nairobi, or like just the causes of car accidents in general. So I'm there listing for him. There are actually a few. I start the list. But like the second item, he stands up and he walks away. I'm there giving a list. Nigga stands up and he walks away. So he goes there, he's talking to some other guy. I literally follow him with my eyes. I'm still talking. That's what makes me look dumb. He's walking away. I'm still continuing my list. Because I don't know whether to stop, to continue talking to an empty chair, or what. Like, I really don't know what to do. He's just left me there and I have nothing to do. So he finishes talking to that guy, he comes back. Coming back, he sits down and I'm there. I've finished everything. He doesn't care. He really doesn't care what I've said. I'm like, what? Okay. Okay. He asks me one last thing, which I think was now the name of the board. I told him. He was like, okay. He takes a paper, he writes, I think, my marks or something. He writes it, he puts it down, he says, call for me. I go outside, I call him, and I walk out of like that place. I get outside, I'm sweating, niko na headache, niko na njaa, niko na queue. So I have a friend of mine who was there with me, like when the same driving school. We went at the same time to the driving exam, so we're together the whole day. So she asks me, how was it? I'm like, yeah. Mind you, at that point, jua inachoma, inaninyonga, inanisuffocate. Kai. Kiasi, it took hours. To be very honest, it took hours. This one is not like, that one's not a lie. When we were out there, it took hours for them to come. What they are doing is they're waiting, and then they're going to come outside and read a list of names. The list of names were people who have passed on to like do the practical. Like, you've passed the theory, now you're going to go to the practical. If your name is not called, sorry, like, I don't even know what they'll do. Yeah, but it just means you've not passed theory and you're not going to practical. We're out there, we've waited in that sun, tumechoma na jua, tukaingia bus, tukaingia what, tukatoka tena, tukaingia gari fulani, tukatoka, tukaingia bus, still there, nothing has happened. 1 year later, 10 million years later, someone comes. Guess who it comes? The same guy. The same, no expression, no heart, no nothing guy. So the guy comes, he calls names. By the 15th name I'm called, I enter the bus. This bus isn't moving. So we're not going anywhere. We've stayed in that bus for like a whole 10 years. It's hot. It has like 60 people. It's hot. Scorching in that bus. Okay, the good thing is I'll stay next to a window. My mom calls me, I pick up. I'm dying. I'm like, hi. She's like, kwaje na mama kona njaa, kona queue. She's, oh, how kumeba kitu? Niko like, hapana. Guess what she does? She calls my sister. Yeah, she called you. Don't you remember? And then she told you to bring for me food. Mom, when I was doing my driving exam in industrial area in TSA. So yeah, she tells my sister to bring for me. My sister calls me the next 2 seconds. She's like, Vicky, kwani hauna food? I'm like, kwani nani nikwambia usibebe? Hakuna place ya kununua. Utangoja tu. Sijui mama ananiambia nitoke all the way from Imara Daima hadi industrial area kuletea food na maji. Akaniambia nita survive. Nikasema sawa. You're gonna make me look bad. But you act bad. I was dying. So a while later, we head out. We go to now the place where the practical was being done. It wasn't in NTSA, but it was still in the industrial area. So we go to that place, and then we are split into 2 groups. There's a group for the manual and the group for automatic. So I go to the group of manual. And then he calls a list of names, and he's like, he'll call 4 by 4. That's how you'll enter the car. And the first person enters the front. The first person to be called is the person to start, so they enter the front. So he calls the list of the first 4 people to do the practicals. Guess who was on the list? Me. I'm among the first 4 people. So me and 2 other people, we enter the back, then the first person enters the front. So now the car is parked at a place where you have to back up so that you can enter the road. Like, you can't just enter the road. There's a place you like have to back up first. So the guy starts the car, he backs up. In the process of backing up the car, it enters like a pothole which has water. So here is the part where my heart sank, my life died, the breath was sucked out of my lungs. This guy tries to go forward to get onto the road. The car zimmers. He can't get off. He can't get out of that ditch that he entered. So he tries putting the car on again and moving forward again. He tries, it fails. He can't move. The car zimmers again. That's the second time. He tries the same thing again. It zimmers again. The instructor looks at him literally and tells him,
zima gari tena unatoka.
Yeah. Like the three of us at the back, we just look at each other like, and yeah, so guess what he did? He tried it again, like Azimika. The guy looked at him and he was like,
Toka.
That guy was so in shock. He was even removing his safety belt like slow motion. He was like he wasn't believing it. He thought like if he stays a bit longer, another be no, I was just joking. I was joking. Haha. Try again. Actually, this is what you should do. Nothing happened. Akatoka. I was next. So he just turned and he was like, Nene. Ingia. So what I did, I got out of the car. I took like 2 steps back and I like checked at the tire what was happening, like how I can get out of there. I entered the driver's seat. Where as in I was sweating, I was praying in the process of putting my belt on, the process of checking the mirrors. As in nilika hapo. To be very honest, nilika hapo for a while, acting like I'm fixing the mirrors. I'm putting my safety belt nicely. Hey, in real sense, I was thinking, how am I gonna get out of here? The thing was, like where the tire had entered, you had to turn the tire before you chuck. So like going straight, it was harder for the car to come out. So that's what I did. I washed up the car, I turned the tires, nikatoka, nikaingia main road, but I didn't drive for long. Straight drive, and then he reached somewhere. He was like, okay, stop hapa kando. Indicators stopped hapo kando. Stopped the car, next person. He says nothing to you. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing. You know, actually, he actually said he's not gonna talk to us. The only time he will be talking will be to say something bad. So we should hope he doesn't talk to us. He literally told us that. So it took a chill too. Anyway, it all ended. We went back to the place that we had started from, like the practical place we started from initially. And then from there, told nothing, I entered the bus because I was tired. I was the only person who entered the bus, by the way. I was tired, I was hot, I was thirsty. Remember, Aki guy, let me say it again. Carry snacks, at least a snacks. And then carry water. This is crucial information. Tafadhali. Yep. So that ended. I called an Uber so fast and I went home. So what happens afterwards is you wait about a day or maybe 2. I think mine was a day because mine came really fast. So a day later you'll check your teams, and when you go to the driving license place, you'll see your license there. If you see it, you've passed. If you don't see it, you've not passed. So from there, I don't really know what to really do. Yeah. Thank you for reaching this far into the video, finishing the video. If you have, subscribe, like, comment down below your experience or something in your experience that you shall never forget. Mine was that person and his monstrosity. Just his character was monstrosity. But anyway, I passed and life goes like that. Remember to glow and to grow. Bye.